Sports fans, week 11 of the NFL is here, and we have a whole slate of things to run through with you this evening, afternoon, or morning. Of course, welcome back to Big Patty Gaming NFL Predictions. We thank you all for coming by this evening. First off, we do have the current playoff picture through the first 10 weeks. And looking at this, there's not many things here that I didn't see coming starting the regular season. On the AFC, we'll start there. We do have the Chiefs, who are the number one in the AFC. Wasn't a big surprise. The Ravens, new offense. Wasn't expecting them to be number two coming out the gate, but here we are. The Jaguars, the hottest team from Florida at the moment. I did see this one when the season came out with the schedules. Then the Dolphins behind them as well. Both of those teams, very good division, very dominant, and where the ranking is at the moment through the first 10 weeks, we approve of those. The Steelers have found a way to do what they do best. Mike Tomlin is a great offensive head coach, coordinator, got him in fifth seed through the first 10. The Browns, a big surprise. They've had a lot of injuries there on the offensive side. Of course, now Deshaun Watson is out with a shoulder-ending surgery, so that's going to be a big thing through the rest of the season. And then the Texans, who was one of the worst teams in the NFL last year, have came all the way back in 7th place in the AFC due to the Rookie of the Year candidate, C.J. Stroud. The quarterback is phenomenal, doing a great job. The young man's got a bright future. Cannot wait to see where that goes from there. Then, as you can see, you have the Bengals, who started off a little rough. They're coming back. The Colts, who started off strong with their rookie quarterback, now struggling again. They could see their way back into the picture. Who knows? You got the Buffalo Bills, who are for some reason sitting in 10th place. The Bills we thought was going to be a big candidate here to run for first or second. Obviously, that's not happening at the moment. We still got 8 weeks of football. See where it goes. The Raiders are the 11th seed here. Not a big surprise to us, really. The Raiders are putting together a new team. They got a new head coach, an interim head coach, an interim offensive coordinator. So, of course, there's some things they're working through, but they're making progress, which is great. Switch over to the NFC side of this. You have the Philadelphia Eagles. Was first last year, all first this year. Did not see much change happening. They let some running backs go. It did not bother them. Next on the list is the surprising turnaround of the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff and that whole offense. David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then the defense led by Aiden Hutchinson is a monster. I see them sticking high. I don't see them taking first place. I see them going 2 or 3 here. The one options they got, 2 or 3. Third place here, we got the San Francisco 49ers, who could take the second spot if they can get things rolling back the way they were previously before we got to where we're at. But it's going to take a little bit of work. Fourth place, you have the Saints. The Saints are the best in the NFC South. The NFC South is also the worst division in the NFC. Derek Carr has led them to a 4th place. The Seattle Seahawks, who are in 5th place at the moment. We've had a lot of good stuff going on. We do got some rookie wide receivers, defensive players. We're really coming together as a team. I think if we can win majority out here, especially with a big one coming up this week in the NFC, I can see us jumping up to possibly 3rd, taking it from the 49ers, bumping them down to 4th. We'll just see where it goes. The Cowboys can beat bad teams, but can lose the good teams. Typical Cowboys fashion, they're in 6th place. I think they can hold that position. The Minnesota Vikings and Dobbs, that's going to be a wild contest there. Vikings could easily knock the Cowboys out of the 6th position. They could easily lose out and drop completely out of the playoff picture. We don't know. We shall see. Speaking of the last 4 here, you got the Buccaneers, who are still a dominant force, could possibly squeeze in. We'll just have to see. Commanders, they're going to have to prove a lot and improve within the next 8 weeks from here on out. The Commanders, of course, they got a lot of issues as well. We'll just see what happens. The Falcons, back and forth with quarterbacks. I don't think they really have an identity yet. So we're still going to continue to see them drop, I do believe. And then the Packers, I think this is going to be the first year we truly don't see them in the playoff picture in back-to-back years. Yet again, things can change, but that's how we feel looking at the playoff picture through the first 10 weeks of football. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into Week 11. Our predictions for you. First off, Thursday night, you have the Ravens going to play the Bengals. I do believe Lamar Jackson and that red firing offense, that new coordinator they got, has done tremendous things, like we said. Give me the Ravens. The Cowboys are playing the Panthers at home. The Panthers, they are still having issues there on the offensive side. I do believe the Cowboys are easily going to take this one. Like I said, they can beat the bad teams but lose to the good teams. The Browns and Steelers. As I have stated, Deshaun Watson had a shoulder-ending surgery this week, so I don't know exactly if PJ Walker is going to be the backup starting out this week. But with that being said, give me the Steelers at home. The Bears versus the Lions. I'm going to say that this one is a Lions win easily. Dan Campbell's got the offense going. Their second game off of a bye week. Very healthy team. Give me the Lions, especially with David Montgomery coming back and being the workhorse on the ground. The Texans versus the Cardinals. Now, this is going to be a good one. Cardinals got Murray back last week, and it was red hot Arizona football. But yet again, CJ and the Texans have been doing tremendous amount of work for them. So give me the Texans over Arizona. The Dolphins and Raiders. For this one, I want to say the Dolphins are going to come off a bye, have a very healthy team coming back from the bye. Give me the Dolphins easily over the Raiders. The Giants are playing the Commanders. This is one of those games the Commanders have to win if they want to go from the 9th seed up to the 8th and possibly squeeze into the 7th later on in the season. So give me the Commanders. The Chargers and the Packers. We said on the NFC, the Packers are lowest on the totem pole out of the 11. They have to win these games against the AFC as well to move up the ladder here, in my opinion. But I don't see that happening against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. The Titans and the Jaguars. Now, this is a good inner 4 AFC battle here. The Jaguars are, like I said, 3rd seed coming into this. The Titans is not on the 11 list, but if the Jaguars are upset here by the Titans, this could easily knock the Jaguars down, especially if the rest of the league on the AFC side wins out. So give me the Jaguars here to keep their place as 3rd. The Buccaneers versus the 49ers. We seen last week everyone was healthy for the 49ers. Easy win, give me 49ers. Jets and Buffalo. Rematch of Week 1. Bills have just let go of the offensive coordinator. They're saying it was head coach's decisions. Of course, we're not going to get too deep into that, but we're going to get the Jets to win this one over the Bills again. The Rams are hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Like I said, this is one that we have to win inside the NFC and inside our inner 4 in the West to take this side and continue to be the number 1 in the West. Give me the Seahawks at the Rams. The Vikings versus the Broncos. The Broncos just have upset the Bills coming in this week on a Monday. They do have a shorter week per se, but I think Joshua Dobbs and that Vikings offense is easily going to take this one over the Broncos, who have found a new life the last 3 weeks. And to end it out this week, the Super Bowl rematch, the Kelsey brothers versus each other, the Eagles versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead. I think this time we're going to see the Eagles come out and actually take this game. I don't see it being a close game. I do see it being as close as last time, but I think this time the Eagles will learn. This will be a redemption game, and it could even possibly be our next Super Bowl yet again. We never know leading into these, but of course we do think the Eagles take this one at Arrowhead. With that being said, there's your Week 11 NFL predictions. Also with your little playoff picture update for y'all. Of course, I hope everyone has a great rest of your afternoon, evening, or morning whenever you see this. Of course, smile at somebody when you see them. It might change their day. Patty Melts, we'll see you later.